It's neither one nor the other. I mean, if she'd said it at the time, as you say, Kate, that would have been quite the right thing to do.
It would have been an emotional reaction.
Now it seems a little bit soon because it looks a bit like sour grapes, and perhaps if she'd left it 4 years until he was out of office, perhaps. Normally, Kevin and I talk to politicians all the time, and we hear this sort of stuff, but it's all said off the record, behind closed doors, privately, and attributed to sources.
Well, I disagree with you. I don't think it's too soon. I think people are hungry for this stuff. I mean, I can't wait to read it because it's fresh, it's raw, it doesn't have that staleness that it would have maybe a couple of years down the line.
It's real, and it's absolutely relevant. She could have been the first female president in the US. Ever, right? And she got close. She did get more votes. Say again, she got 3 million more votes than Trump, but she didn't win it. And it was crushing when she lost it. And she went into meltdown. She disappeared, if you remember, and then she was seen walking in the wood.
Basically.
Yeah, well...
I have to say, though, that I think that as far as Trump's concerned, I honestly thought that his campaign rhetoric and nonsense was just that. And when he got into the Oval Office, which he did, it was going to calm down, and we would see, actually, a more presidential guy. He's worse now.
Yeah.
He's behaving as if he's still campaigning.
I know, but if you in the States, you could almost see this car crash happening, and the vehicle was out of control because he spent his whole life talking like that, talking trash, lying. He is a racist. He's a sexual predator.
Would you like to interview him?
He is dreadful.
I'd love to interview him. I'd love to. I think his communication is fascinating. Yeah. You might say that it's nonsense, but it does touch people emotionally in the way that other politicians don't. Do you think this book will do any harm to Trump? Any harm?
No, I don't think it does. Because every day he says something, we all write in the papers, what a buffoon this man is, and then they have an opinion poll that shows 80% of the
country doesn't trust the authority any more than we've seen over here. You know, it doesn't matter what people say, does it? They think we believe in you.
But his ratings are down. They are at record lows. But he's got the job. He's in control. He is the commander-in-chief. The problem is, even his own side, the Republicans in Congress, he can't persuade them to get through the abolition of healthcare, Obamacare, which is a good thing. Can't get through his tax changes because the bloke isn't able to build alliances. He might be all right with Nazis and people in white pointy hoods at rallies, but
you're not so keen on President Trump. We're forming a picture here.
I'm not a natural supporter of
I just want to ask Kate something, though. If you were to do a one-to-one and you got exactly the same vibe off him that Hilary Clinton did, that he was in your face, you know how men can behave, would you call him out on it? Would you say, Mr. Trump, you're making me feel uncomfortable?
Oh, that's a good question. I wouldn't be scared to call him out, but I'm not sure that... I think I would be able to observe more. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe it's hard to call unless you're there. Maybe there's something about him that does provoke that reaction.
Because it's intimidating.
Because it's intimidating.
Because you wouldn't think that Hilary Clinton could be intimidated by anybody. No. But she was. She was intimidated, she says, intimidated by Trump.
Yeah, maybe he would be different. Everybody finds people... It'd be lovely to meet him for that reason, actually.
Absolutely, yeah, to make a judgment.
See what it was like. Cool. Thank you, chaps.
Thanks, guys.
So much indeed.